Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another edition of Don Mafia Live. Shout out to everybody in the chat that makes this a part of your daily routine. That is right. I am live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST, giving you all of the Buffalo Bills NFL news, whatever the hell is trending and whatever the hell I want to talk to my people about. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. We want 200 like buttons smashed during this stream right now today. And also, if you just so happen to be discovering this channel for the very first time, highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel. We have a personal goal over here of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. It's a long and hefty goal. I totally get that, folks, but I know for a damn fact that if anybody can do it, it's going to be our boys over here on the Dom Mafia channel, guys. Subscribe if you have not already and smash that like button. Let's make it happen. 92 of you in here already. Absolutely crazy. Shout out Grayson Scott in the chat. Shout out AJ F Sonic. What's up? My girl Yolanda's in the chat. Good morning, Dan. DD, my boy. Hi, Hector and everybody. TT Gangan is in here saying, like button has indeed been smashed like the Jags. The Jags indeed were smashed. But you know what? Now it's all Ravens week. Folks, I'll tell you what. I just had Bobby Baltimore on the channel this morning. I had that recorded interview, and then I am currently doing my research of all of the data behind the Ravens team. And I should be having my full preview video out of the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens later on in this afternoon. So stay tuned for that. But we all know what our power rankings. This is the power rankings episode. And I put something out on X not too long ago, actually a specific tweet that highlighted where I see the Buffalo Bills fall in the power rankings and just my top 10 teams in the league by itself. So we're just going to be going through that. And then I'm really going to keep this as I always do. This show, this stream is exclusively built by you guys in the chat. I love keeping it conversational. We can do that. My boy Cordero is in the chat. What's going on, man? 47 points was impressive. Michael, I'll tell you what, man, I was absolutely thrilled with the production that the Buffalo Bills were putting out on the field this past Monday. But now we move ahead. We look forward. I really wanted the Jags to win, but good game, man. This is going to be a fun division race between us. Dan, how many TDs will Allen throw to Diggs and Davis the other night? Exactly, my friends. How many touchdown passes, how many targets did Diggs and or Gabe Davis have all season, bro? All season. Let's talk about that. Okay, so the Democrat and Chronicle says the Bills headed for a beatdown in Baltimore. Ravens that barely won the Cowboys and Ravens that should be 0-3. I'm not afraid of any of the Bills will prevail. Now, listen, I don't want to go on ahead, and I certainly don't want to spoil my preview video. But this Ravens pass defense is right now ranked the worst in the league. They are 32nd for yards allowed. They are 32nd for a lot of metrics. Very good at stopping the run, but among the league's worst when it comes into stopping the pass attack. So that's going to be something. Dan, are you in Helene's path? Joe Rist is coming in with a fantastic question. Thank you so much, Joe Rist. It appears that I'm going to be okay. I think that we're going to get some rain because I'm by Pensacola. So where I think that it's about to hit is a bit east of Tallahassee. So we're definitely going to be getting some rain, that's for sure. But as far as storm surge, as far as crazy wind, I don't believe as of right now that we are going to be dealing with that. Thank God. So we're going to have to hope, but I certainly appreciate you guys worrying about your boy. Yes, this hurricane is about to hit Florida, but I think that all is good over here. That is for damn sure. Born in Cheektowaga, been waiting 58 years for a Super Bowl, not getting any younger boys. This is the year with a smiley face. Pat Todd, man, I sincerely hope that that's the case. Shout out Pat Todd in the chat. What's going on, man? I'm hoping for the best myself, man. And I'll tell you what, last time this team went 3-0, we went to the AFC Championship game and went 13-3. So things are looking good. Things are going up. I think this is going to be a really good litmus test against the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. So hoping for the best there. Damn, I was under the impression the Ravens D was good. I have to reevaluate. Yeah, no, man. I mean, they're definitely man, so they're definitely missing Mike McDonald. Like they are definitely missing Mike McDonald, right? And their secondary has been struggling tremendously. So I will break all of that down later this afternoon during my preview segments, but it should be good. It's going to be a good game. I really think that it's going to be high scoring, surprisingly enough, because while the Buffalo Bills have been great in the secondary side of things, and as far as being able to be somewhat serviceable in the run, we're talking about the number one rushing offense in the NFL. I mean, right now, like we're talking about the Ravens boys, like they are putting up 203 rush yards per game. That's second. Yards per rush, 5.9 yards per carry. That's number one. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I definitely anticipate this game to be like 34-31, like type shit. It's going to be one of those games where I feel like everybody in the NFL is going to be very pleased with how that game is going to play out. I love how people said we were going to suck and now we beat very good teams and caused the record is bad. Now people are saying we've only won because of the team stink. I mean, honestly, are we shocked? Are we shocked that that was going to happen? Me, not so much. But shout out to Pristine Auction, our sponsor of today's stream, baby. Listen, for anybody that loves signed memorabilia, all right, all across the league, this is the place to go to. It's for signed sports memorabilia, pop culture, you name it. Pristine Auction is the place to go. And get this, folks, it is completely free to sign up for an account. And let me tell you how many teases they throw in your face on a regular basis. Look, a Justin Jefferson signed custom frame jersey, all right, starting at $131 for the bid right here. A Josh Allen signed custom frame jersey, $178. You find so many awesome signed memorabilia on this website. As many of you guys know, I have been doing some giveaways. Someone just won our Keon Coleman signed football. I'm going to be sending that off to him after this stream today. And yeah, it's a great place, man. It's absolutely addicting. And keep in mind, if you guys want to be a part of my future giveaways, signing up for a Pristine Auction account is a prerequisite. So might as well just go on ahead and knock it out in the first place. I love this website. And if you end up winning one of your bids, use code DMitch10 for 10 doll hairs off your first winning bid, guys. Shout out Pristine Auction. Let's go on ahead and make this happen. But anyway, here's Dan Mitchell's power rankings. Feel free to go on ahead and critique, ask me questions, what we can do. It's going to be tough for my guys this week, real talk. It's going to be a great game. Listen, I think that some of the Buffalo Bills' strengths will definitely take advantage of the Ravens' weaknesses, but exact same side of the coin for the Buffalo Bills. A lot of the Ravens' strengths are going to go against what the Buffalo Bills do not do well. So I am anticipating the over to hit. I really think this game is about to be crazy. Next three games will determine who the Bills are and how they go. Hurrah, more. Absolutely. I do not disagree with you right here. Jags aren't bad. They just aren't in season mode yet. I think the Jags have better D than the Ravens, only we're missing top corner versus the Bills. It wouldn't have mattered. Ramsey got cooked with the rest of his defense. Just stop Lamar from running and make him pass. He will make mistakes. Hey, listen, boys, I know everyone's trying to unpack this Ravens game, baby, and don't worry, man. I'm going to be giving you all of the information that we need to know. Stopping Lamar is obviously one of the keys to victory, but stay tuned because we have some damn things. But anyway, guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. 147 of you in the chat right now, 87 of you on YouTube, 62 of you on X, all right? Listen, I guarantee you at least 30% of you are not subscribed to the channel. Do me a favor. Go ahead, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Let's grow this channel to where we are. We are so close to 26,000K, all right? 26K. I don't know why I said 26,000K. Coffee probably hasn't hit just yet. Go on ahead, subscribe, smash that like button. Let's run this up all the way to 200 likes as we get in. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Steelers or Vikings? I'll tell you what. This is where I have this NFL Week 4 power rankings right here staring us in the face, folks. We have the New Orleans Saints at 10. And I'll tell you what about the Saints. I'm not too concerned that their offensive production did not mimic week 1 and week 2. This Eagles defense is slept on. They're very, very good. Saints are at 10. Texans number 9. They certainly missed Joe Mixon against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings defense is always good. So I'm not going to punish the Texans for losing to one of the best defenses in the NFL, led by one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. That is for sure. Number 8, the New York Jets. I understand that they only beat the New England Patriots, but the Patriots were able to take away Garrett Wilson and also the run game over in New York, and Aaron Rodgers was still able to dominate, put out a dominant victory against the team where they took away their 2 best weapons. I was impressed. Jets are at number 8. Still have quite a few questions when it comes into their defense. Sauce Gardner right now is like the 67th ranked corner in the league based off of PFF. Take that with a grain of salt if you want to. However, Jets are at number 8. Eagles at 7. I know that Jalen Hurts has been playing like doo-doo, but Vic Fangio is really taking that defense to the next level. Have the Philadelphia Eagles at 7. Packers. Who in their right mind thought that Malik Willis was going to have a revenge game against his former team in Tennessee? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It is just a well-coached team that is able to get over a lot of adversity. Have the Green Bay Packers here at number 6. 5, Minnesota Vikings. Shout out Sam Darnold. What a good story. Shout out Brian Flores. Dude's an animal when it comes into defense. He knows what he's doing over there in Minnesota. And I'll be the first to tell you. I will be the first to tell you as well. I did not anticipate this Ravens team to be good. I thought they were going to be in the basement. They started off 3-0. Number 5 is where they are. Steelers at number 4. Great damn team, dude. Who sleeps on a Mike Tomlin-led Pittsburgh Steelers? This dude, I'm getting sick of the disrespect that Mike Tomlin gets on a regular basis. This man could lead any team to above 500, regardless of what you put out there. Steelers at 4. Lions, still a solid team, winning some close games. Good teams win close games. 3 is where they're at. The Kansas City Chiefs, winning by very close margins. Still a very good team. Still the best quarterback in the league. Even if Travis Kelce is not the same, all right, he is not the same. We heard Nick Wright say the other day on his show that Travis probably has 6 to 10 games left in his career where he can actually go off and be a focal point. He's just getting older, man. He's getting older. This Travis Kelce is not the same, but it doesn't seem to matter. The Chiefs offense is still dialing it in. And then I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. Why are the Buffalo Bills at number 1 in the NFL right now? Largely has to do with the fact that we have scored 112 points in the first 3 weeks already. Each game has been over 30 points. We are dominant. We are dominating teams by a point differential that is at least 20 points higher than number 2. This team is firing on all cylinders. Joe Brady is 10-1 since he's taken over, since the offensive coordinator. This offense looks fantastic. Bobby Babich is doing well as a first-year play caller. Even with some of our key pieces being out on defense, our pass rush is absolutely insane. Our offensive line is arguably the best offensive line in football. This should be a no-brainer. The Buffalo Bills are the best team in football through the first 3 weeks. No questions asked. Bro, my Vikings need to be above the Lions. Yo, boy, Toby, he's coming on in. Shout out to the Vikes. Shout out to the Vikings fans in the chat, man. What's up? How you doing? Listen, shout out to the Vikings. I was wrong about the Vikings, all right? I have all the respect in the world for them, and I'm happy that Sam Darnold was able to prove people wrong. We have a Rams fan in the chat, my boy Rod, coming in saying that Vikings should be 3. We put up 56 points against Brian Flores in 2020. And people better pray and pray hard because Milano, Bernard, and Taryn might be coming back sooner than later. And if the Bills are still winning, rotate everyone and keep them fresh for the playoffs. Now you see why McVay got rid of Goff. He's not playing good football. Bills will win all 3 road games, period. We have John Marlowe coming in. Man, he is coming in with a lot of confidence, and I absolutely love it. Okay, we have Khalil Shakir in the chat. How will you feel about the Bills if we win these next 3 games? I will be one of the most obnoxious people on the internet. If the Buffalo Bills go out, and if we put up 30 points apiece, I'm talking we beat the Ravens, the Texans, and the Jets, scoring 30 points. I mean, dude, I'm going to be on a high that is comparable right to the first time I ever smoked the devil's lettuce. I'm just kidding, all right? Don't do that, kids. I'm not recommending it. Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. I will be running victory laps all around if the Buffalo Bills are able to start off 6-0 and beat these next three teams. However, I will still be running victory laps if this Buffalo Bills team wins 2 out of the 3. If we drop one of these games, I'll be completely fine. But listen, it's so important to start. It is so damn important to start 3-0. That is a hell of an insurance policy. So let's figure that out. And so I agree, but Lions should be 5, and they almost blew the first game. And against the Cardinals, that callback on the pick 6 changed the game. Okay, listen. So, Jake, I certainly appreciate that. Oh, man. Those damn Lions, will they be able to turn it around? And don't worry, guys, these right here are my power rankings. I'm actually really curious to see what the rest of the NFL has to say about it. So we're going to also be looking at some other power rankings across the internet, see where they have some of these teams. TT Gangan is coming in saying, nobody would be able to talk me down if we annihilate those teams. I think at Jets is harder than at Ravens. I wouldn't need any honey packs. I'd be stiff for weeks. Absolutely, baby. I love it. Bills 38, Ravens 21. Interesting. Which game do you want to win more against the Jets or the Texans? I feel like I want the Texans game more, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I want all three because there's narratives, right? Like the whole like Josh needs Stephon Diggs sort of situation. If we just go into Houston and we punch him in the mouth, like that's gonna just make me ultimate villain mode. But then also when it comes into the Jets, like we have this narrative now that we can't win in MetLife. And last year we all remember how Josh played in MetLife week 1. So, and plus I'm gonna be there. So I mean, you're damn right. That train ride back to the city after the Buffalo Bills lost to the Jets last year was one of the most annoying and miserable forms of transportation I have ever gone through in my entire life. So you damn sure I would like both of them. Tom Grossi has the Bills at number 1. Hey, listen, man. We all know that Tom Grossi knows ball, bro. We all know that Tom Grossi knows ball. Let's be real. Respect the list, though, Dan. Longtime viewer, Joe Brady and the O-line have been a game changer this season. Jake, hey, man, thank you. I appreciate you for coming in, showing a little bit of love. I mean, listen, dude, I think it even goes deeper than that. I mean, of course, I want to go on ahead and give my flowers to Joe Brady offensive line, especially Coach Cromer. He's been an absolute dog. But shout out to the damn defense, too, man. I mean, how many times does McDermott need to prove that his defensive scheme is personnel proof? You don't care what personnel is out there in the first place. You're going to get quality defense. Benford is the second best corner in the league right now, according to PFF. How crazy is that? A 6th rounder out of Villanova. Who would have thought that Christian Benford, through 3 weeks of football right now, is the second best corner in the NFL, according to PFF? Nuts. Rasul Douglas, he is playing the best football of his damn career. It all comes down to the coaching scheme, the play calling, and as much as everyone loves giving shit to Sean McDermott and co., he knows how to put together a damn defense. And the defense deserves just as many flowers, I would argue, if not more, than what our offense has been doing as well. Holding Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to less than combined 70 yards receiving is so impressive. It is so impressive. And then you turn around and you hold Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis. What the hell is that? Gabe Davis. And then, of course, Brian Thomas Jr. Dude, give me a break. That is wildly impressive. And so I love regular season McDermott. Everyone loves regular season McDermott, man. It's just a couple of like gaps that we see in the playoffs. Everything along those lines is pretty wild. Guys, if you're in right now, 194 of you rocking with me right now, 118 on YouTube, 76 on X. Smash that like button, folks. We want to get over 200 likes the entire stream, baby. All right, let's go ahead and knock that out. Exact same time. We want 50,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, certainly do so. I guarantee you at least 40 of you are watching haven't subscribed. Help your boy out. Let's reach this milestone together. Okay, for real, defense has been next up mentality. Nobody in the media thought we would be this good off of injuries. Absolutely. I mean, nobody in the media thought that this team was going to be able to survive. for some reason losing out on a bunch of aging talent that we've had on this defense for a long time. So it's it's beautiful watching narratives die week by week, right? Like watching Josh Allen is overrated die week 1, then watching, oh, with Josh Allen, he can't be playing Superman each and every single game. It's just not sustainable. And then James Cook goes out and just pitches a damn shutout, and the defense steps up right now. So, like, literally everything negative that was said about the Buffalo Bills this offseason, all of those narratives have been dead, like completely destroyed. And I love it. This Dan Mitchell smirk is back, as TD Finstock likes to allude to. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling this Buffalo Bills team. I'm feeling very confident. If the Bills go undefeated, the whole team should be MVP. I also love how they benched Coleman to start because he was late. Got to show the guys discipline. Yes, most definitely. I love the fact that Keon Coleman was late to practice and McDermott was like, okay, all right, bad boy. It's time for you to be in timeout right now. It's time for you to be in timeout. How dare you miss the entire quarter? Then he goes out and he responds by getting a touchdown. It's pretty crazy. Dan, a key difference between this season and the last two is that we're staying hot despite already having injuries, whereas in the past, midseason injuries contributed to a mid-season slump. I'm going to read that again because I love what he just said right there. Let me say that again. Dan, a key difference between the season and the last two is that we're starting hot despite already having injuries, whereas in the past, midseason injuries contributed to a mid-season slump. Listen, I love it. I love it. This team is disciplined. And here's another thing, right? What a lot of people aren't even talking about from this portion, how disciplined this Buffalo Bills team has been as far as penalties are concerned. I mean, how many penalties have the Bills collected for the past 2 weeks? It's like, I mean, I can count them on one hand. In fact, I want to say that, like, I only remember 4 penalties from week 2 and week 3. It's been nothing but disciplined football all across the board. And I love it. I absolutely love it. About time Josh gets the credit that he deserves. Nick Wright, so scared of the Bills team. I wonder why. He did say on a show the other day, he said that he believes that there is only 2 good teams in the NFL. And he said that it's the Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Damn. Dan, and did you see the Mr. Brightside sing-along video Channel 8 posted from the game? Sums up the fun these guys are having. All anyone needs to know about this team. I did see it. I love the culture. Things are changing over in Buffalo and for the better. What about when everyone sang Mr. Brightside? It was beautiful. Having a young team is good as FK. Absolutely. I think Nick is being less insane this year, to be honest. Listen, man, it's all about media, man. It's all about creating a brand, right? If you genuinely want to establish a loyal audience, it sounds really messed up, but it works. Like, you can criticize it, but it works, right? If you come off as a villain to a couple of fan bases, right? Like, you stir up so much hate from a fan base, but then down the road, you start to give them love. My God, dude. That's how you create a loyal audience, is just when you need to have people hate you first before they come around to you, right? It's basically like that girl that you liked back in high school where, like, you notice, like, oh, man, like, the less attention that I show to her or the meaner I am to her, the second that I end up giving her attention, she's going to want the hell out of me, right? Exact same thing that Nick Wright does for Bills Mafia. Exact same thing that all of the haters of Bills Mafia do. They shit on them for a long time, but then when they start giving them a little bit of sweetness and honey, they roll on in. It's true. It's genius. It's genius. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I have utilized that mentality for quite some time. Like, why do you think I have Dolphins fans in here right now? Because they started off by hating me, but then I start giving them some crumbs. I start giving them some honey, some sweetness, some compliments, and they're like, and they take it with more of a grain of salt and they like it a bit more. I don't know. And the Chiefs throw 3 interceptions versus the Bills. They will win by 21. I hate that song because my Trojans lost to Michigan. Oh, man, you're right, dude. You're right. His brand is to piss off the Mafia. And then once he starts giving them some sweetness, that's why everyone's like, oh, my God, you see what Nick Wright said? He's finally coming around. Bills win by at least 10 with the Crows. Nick Wright sees Josh going sees Josh going nuclear. Dan, you guys doing the AFC East roundtable tonight? What time? Dude, we are always doing the AFC East roundtable tonight. Same time, same place, baby. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. EST on the AFC East roundtable channel. You do not want to miss this. How confident are you about laying the smackdown on Jackson and the Ravens candy ass? Wow, Elliot's coming in here talking some smack, and I love it. Oh, all right, Elliot, I'll tell you what, man. I have been researching and I'm dropping a full preview video later this afternoon. But I'll tell you what. I have a feeling this is going to be high scoring. I do not think it is crazy to say that both teams will score around 30 points. Because we're talking about a team that is the best in the league when it comes into running the football. They are number 1 in the league for yards per game. They are number 2 in the league for rush yards per game, 1 for yards per attempt on the ground. But then they have the worst secondary, worst statistics in the NFL when it comes into defending the pass all over the damn field. So basically what I'm looking at is a Buffalo Bills run defense that's about middle of the pack against the best run offense in the league. And I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills pass attack, which is top 3 in the league against the 32nd ranked secondary in the league. So there's a lot of weaknesses here. But if say that the Buffalo Bills can really take advantage of this weak secondary, score as fast as humanly possible, we get a couple of stops, this Ravens team is going to be forced to throw the football. And here's the thing when it comes into Lamar Jackson, he doesn't throw outside of the numbers past 10 yards on the line of scrimmage, right? Like he has a total of 9 attempts outside of the numbers past 10 yards downfield, under 10 attempts. He lives in the middle of the field, short passes in between the numbers. That is where he throws the football each and every single time. So we need a big-ass game from our linebackers, massive game from our linebackers from a coverage standpoint. And we just need to make sure that this dude doesn't end up hurting anybody when it comes into his rushing capabilities, because he's created close to I think 19 missed tackles already. Scrambles quite a bit because his offensive line is not doing him many favors. But I'll tell you what, man, I feel confident, but I just don't want us to go out there flat. Has TD recovered from the can of whoop ass the Bills opened up on the Dolphins? I thought that he was, but then we saw the Seahawks completely ride him down. King Henry always seems to run all over Buffalo. Surprisingly enough, not really, dude. I mean, he had that one game where he rushed for over 140, but really outside of that, this McDermott defense has contained Derrick Henry to about 50, 60 yards, 40 yards, 50. And all we remember are just those big time runs. Vast majority of the yards that he's collected in the past has been off of one big time run, 30 to 40. For the most part, outside of that first matchup, Sean McDermott has done a really good job at just neutralizing Henry and his impact. But I'm curious to see what he does in Baltimore now. Things are going to be a little different. I can't run the ball when you're down 2 scores. They let the Cowboys come back. We're far more efficient. Josh is completing 77% of his passes. I think people remember the Henry stiff arm to Josh Norman. Of course, right? On paper, folks, Henry is not that impressive against the Buffalo Bills. All we remember are the memes and the stiff arm from Josh Norman, that first game over 140 yards. But for the most part, I mean, literally just look at Derrick Henry's numbers against the Buffalo Bills for the past 4 matchups, 50 to 60 yards, in total. It's just this McDermott team knows how to sort of neutralize him, which is solid. Teams will have to throw if our offense stays hot like this. Henry got lucky 4 years ago. That is all. He has been shut down by McDermott. Bills 42, Ravens 28, LFG. The most impressive thing about this year is no interception by Allen. Dude's on another level. I think he got 25 last time versus Titans 2022, but that was an ass whooping. Rest in peace, Josh Norman. Holy shit. Wasn't he on our special teams unit last year? Shout out our boy. Is Devin White coming to Buffalo? I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't see us being buyers at the trade deadline, which is funny because it's coming up soon. I don't know. I really don't even know, guys. Guys, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I love each and every single one of you. Let's have another MVP game. Absolutely, bro. We're going to be making it happen. Shoot, we got here. Sunday night football, boys. Sunday night football, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, bro. Let's make it happen, baby. This is primetime Josh Allen we're talking about as well, folks. This is no circus, if you will. Let's talk about the Bills not folding in primetime games like we have in the past. Is Devin White coming to Buffalo? I don't know. And so I want Josh H. Allen, double Josh Allen. Shout out to Dan and Smash Out Like. Lucas Harrington, I appreciate that, man. 3-game trip and 2-1 is great. Listen, I am fine with a 2-1 record from this trip going up, being 3 games away from home. If this Buffalo Bills team can go on a 3-game win streak on the damn road, like you damn well believe that we, oh my God, should be walking around like our shit doesn't stink, if that's the case. So I got to do insane numbers for Josh's MVP votes to crush 3 teams in a row on primetime. Laces out, Dan. What's Allen's record against Lamar? He's 2-1. Some people want to say it's 2-2, but he didn't start that first game. So that was Nathan Peterman, where he threw like 3 picks against the Ravens, and Josh was already out there in the first place. So he's 2-1. Let me see what else we got here. What's the level of concern for Tyler Bass's kicking? Well, we had somebody in the chat say, according to the all-22 film, it was more Grable's fault than anybody's. If Devin White comes to Buffalo, he will not start over Dorian Williams. I mean, listen, what Dorian's been doing solid in pass pro and also in run blocking. Well, so run stopping, etc. He's been doing wonderful. Bills are winning 3 games. Let's be realistic. Ravens don't have a chance if our team stays healthy and doesn't lose their assignments. Nate Peterman, don't say that name. I am sorry for anybody. I'm sorry, folks. I definitely don't mean to put that out there. But all right, guys, listen. I just wanted to come on real fast, and I wanted to give you my power rankings for the league. Obviously, I have the Buffalo Bills as number 1 based off of performance, based off of point differential. So I'm excited. I'm very excited because later today I am releasing my full preview of Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens. All right. So, guys, everybody in this chat, you are obviously subscribed to the channel, but make sure that you have those bell notifications turned on. I don't want you to miss this preview because it's very telling from both sides of the football. I'm going to do my best to give a great final score prediction, hot takes, keys to victory, the whole 9. So give me a couple of hours. I will have this video out lickety split. And I'll see you a little bit later, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out Pristine Auction. Like I said, perfect over there, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love each and every single one of you. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. And I will see you later this afternoon.